Hello everyone. Welcome to another session of virtual training in endodontics. I'm Dr. Vaibhav Garg, and let's quickly review what all should be required for doing a fiber post system, and let's see what all procedures we have to follow so that we can do a good post and core system, um, pertaining, because that is a day-to-day requirement in endodontics. Sometimes the tooth are non-restorable and you really do not understand how to give a crown over it and how to secure the tooth and bring the tooth back to life of form, function and aesthetics. Over a period of time, I have been using certain products that are top notch in quality and they are the best in industry. So let's quickly review what all is there. For demonstration purpose, I'll be using this plastic block. This is obturated to a certain extent and for demo purpose only. So I've obturated it and I'll show you that in case you have a 5 of obturation at the end and you have already created a post space, then how to place a fiber post. This is a class 2 type of a cavity and I will show you how I place a pallodent system that secures the content of the core material and gives us a nice shape so that you can go ahead and do the final restoration, or we can say full ceramic or a full coverage restoration can be given very easily after the post and core is done. So these will be the components of pallodent system: the ring, the wedge and the stainless steel band or the super soft band that we use, or matrice that we use. We'll be using this. Along with that, I will show you my favorite systems. You must have heard of Luxacore. This is a good system. Rebuildup DC is also good. It's from Voco, so it's a good system. Luxacore and Rebuildup. Another system is Paracore, world famous. It's one of the best ones that are used. And Core X Flow from Tensply or Fluorocore. These are available. So for today's demonstration, I am using Luxacore because I believe it is also a good system. So Luxacore provides you these two cannulas. This is for entering the pulp chamber and this is the component that is attached to the tube here. So after attaching, it looks like this. It can actually reach deep into the canal part and provide you bubble free core material inside the canal. I will also show you fiber post systems. So fiber post systems, I'll show you a simple chart. For this demo I'm using a 10x fiber post system. They have got three sizes: 1.1, 1.3 and 1.5, and these are the most reliable fiber post system I have been using over a period of time. So let's have a look how a fiber post is received in a pack. Can you see these sticks? You can see this, how this is a fiber post. Okay, and it has got few rings over it, and this is the widest one I will be using for demo purpose because it is easy to understand. In cases you can use 1.1 also with thin canals, or you have two canals and you want to place a fiber post in one of the canals. So in those cases 1.1 is used. 1.3 is moderately used in most of the cases, and this is 1.5. From all other companies, fiber posts are available from Dentsply, from Angelus. There are so many systems that provide fiber post systems. So the first thing is, um, you should always have a micro brush that has the capability to reach and that can apply the bonding system inside the canal like this. So these are specialized, they can reach to the entire canal and they can place, and there is no space that is left. Along with that, the bonding systems that are available are Futura bond. These are self etch, self bond systems. Okay, so no even etching is not required, and there are dual curing. That means once you set, when you start the curing system and you initiate the curing, even if the curing light does not reach the bonding agent, it will actually start the chemical reaction, and the bonding material will set in 6 to 8 minutes time. So when we are doing fiber post system, there are a lot of possibilities that we are doing with limited help, or we are doing this is our, like, we are doing initial cases and we do not know till where the light curing will reach. There can be opacity in the system, so many problems are there, and in deep areas sometimes the fiber post is not bonded because of the lack of bonding of curing light that reaches the end of the system. So these self curing systems are advised. I will show you another self curing system. These are self curing prime and bond from Dentsply, and self curing activator. So if you are using only the bonding agent, where the light is actually possible to reach, but if you add just a drop of this self cure activator, even if the light is not there, it will initiate the bonding agent and it will happen. So for a demo, I am using prime bond XP and self cure activator from Dentsply. Some people believe that we do not need entire core built up material for post and core cementation and core buildup. So you can use Calibra also. These are mixed in equal quantities and can be used for cementation of post. These are very good systems. So for today we are using the same material for post and core. Okay, so this is my demo tooth. I'm using deliberately the transparent system so that you can understand how we can make a bubble free post and core. Along with that, it is essential for us to see the beauty of the post, how deep it should be, how seamless the obturation and the core system should be. There should not be any air bubble within that area. If the bonding agent doesn't, because this microscope has a very high beam, we will be using some filters, and this is how it will look. Orange shade, everything will be orange. Okay, as simple to similar to what you use for composites, orange filters. I'm using this orange filter. For etching, I will be using Eco Etch from Ivoclar. This is a good one, good flow, and control is high. In a plastic model, I actually do not need to etch it. I can directly show you the technique, but for some participants, it is required that they say that we can. There's a possibility that we have missed a step of etching, and they might follow it like directly like bonding. So if you are using a self-etching system, you might not need it. Okay, this is only for the self-adhesive system. Okay, and has to be this way. We have to wait for 15 seconds, and we have to make sure that we wash out everything. After etching and washing is over, make sure that the canal is completely dry. Using paper points from their back end or the butt end usually helps, and we have to dry it up as much as possible, because these are adhesives and they should have complete dryness. They need a complete dry environment. Desiccation is not required, but moisture, slight amount of moisture will work. Now I will use the bonding agent and the self activator. I am just mixing 1 drop of each. I'll show you how it is mixed. These are the 2 drops, and just 2 drops. Just need to mix it for 2 to 3 seconds. That is it. I'm showing you how I'm applying it inside the canal. These areas should be wet for at least 20 seconds. Should be wet for 20 seconds. You can remove the excess with paper point from the canal. For a 3-way serre. After this, 10 seconds of light cure is done. and my tooth surface is ready. This is, you can see in the entire gloss is there. It has to be used. So for this I will use a paludent system to create the boundary, because while I'm doing it I should be able to place it nicely. Also, for demo purpose I'm not placing any marks on these, but when my fiber post is inside the canal, it has to be marked till the occlusion level, wherever you wish to make sure that this is oriented and it is placed properly. In my practice, by certain manufacturers, it is also suggested to do a alcohol wipe of the fiber post. You should wipe it nicely so that any debris or manufacturing dust is there and it is cleaned off. It is also air dried. And I will place the paludent system, have a look at it. So this is the special kind of tweezer that is available. It has got a small notch in it, so it makes it easy to handle and place these matrices. I'm placing it here. I have to bend it over to the adjacent teeth. The same thing is helpful in grabbing the wedge, this plastic wedge. So it is always preferential to go buccally for a placement of wedge, followed by I will place the paludent system that will keep the hold of the band. So this is how it is placed. We have already coated our fiber post. You can see the gloss here, so adhesive is all this already, and I'm using Luxacore blue. You can see this blue streak. Okay, so blue I'm using. It mixes out and you can see the color. It is aesthetically or a navy blue sort of a color. So we just remove slight amount on a cotton ball. This is called bleed the system. We bleed it up so that it is for initial part. I'm placing it in. This is for demo purpose. I'm just placing it in. You can see it is coated here and I'm placing it in. And I'm adding my core material here. As we all know, it has to be more material always. And I will cure it once again for 20 seconds. I am giving 2 cycles of curing so that I do not wish any part to move, and make sure that the initial set is happening. And my fiber post is there at the place. You can see the entire area here is bluish in color, and being transparent we can see that no air bubbles are there. Okay, I will remove this and I'll show you how other part is looking. I'll remove the wedge. Removing of the matrice system. You can see the buildup is nice on the sides. This can always be trimmed out because fiber post systems solve the purpose of giving us a very strengthful core, and after this you have to use your burr at this level to trim it off. Okay, at this level you have to trim it off. Usually it is suggested that plain disc or micromotor disc that we use for orthodontic purposes are the best ones to slice them off, because they will not disturb the fibers inside that are available. These fiber posts are so good in technology that if you cure it from the tip or the head of the fiber post, being the technology, it will reach till the last point. I'll show you how. That is why it is always suggested that you have to use transparent systems. I'll show you how it is there. Till the last point it will reach. The light passes through the entire fiber post. Okay, so this is a very good technology that is used nowadays, and they are improvising with every new year that is coming up. They are improvising on these. There are certain drills that are provided for making post space. I still believe that piezo reamers are good enough for creating such a space. Number 3, number 4 we should start off, and then we can move ahead from there. And dedicated systems are provided, like you can see this 3 bands. This is for 1.5. Okay, drill size. This is from Colty. These are from Denseply. So they have dedicated colors on them. So here is the end of the fiber post system, how to do it. For any queries, I'm mostly available on Fridays and Saturdays. I'll provide you all the basic information, and let's hope that we finish off the coming parts pretty soon. Fiber post systems have to be used in patients where you need more aesthetic requirement, or you're doing zirconia crowns or Emax crowns. And for that also, the Luxa core, I'm using blue. You should not use blue color, you should use the dentine color, because it will hamper the aesthetics of the crown. If you are using PFM crowns, blue core will work very nice. Blue core is required because this is for the future purpose, that in case the teeth needs a retreatment, so under microscope the dentine color is uh, is not differentiated. And if you are using a post and core system with core of similar to a dentine color, it might you might hurt or remove extra dentine while doing a retreatment. So if this blue color is there, the removal is limited. You are visually guided, and you just need to remove the blue part while doing the retreatment, and you will save lot of dentine, and that is the ultimate purpose of doing a retreatment. So let's see how far participants are using. And before you buy or get into a fiber post system, please get in touch with us, and we will guide you on personal level that how you should go do it. Okay. For any other queries, I'm available. Take care and bye for now.